What's up, everybody? Welcome back to our channel. My name is Al.
And I'm Therese.
And we are the Joneses. If you are new to our channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe link and give this video a thumbs up. So, as y'all know, the Rona is out here. Corona is changing the whole world, but I got a message for y'all. We will be okay. Take a breath, relax, come up with a plan, execute, and win. And the main thing is come up with a plan. You still need a plan in the midst of chaos, uncertainty, and even in the midst of this global pandemic. Make sure you have a plan.
And the plan that we're referring to is a financial plan.
Right.
Because we know there's a lot of uncertainties of what the government is going to do, what else is going to get shut down. But one thing that you can plan, that you can have control over, is your finances.
Absolutely. So make sure you got a plan for your money. So we're going to give you guys some insight on some of the things that we've done to protect ourselves financially and just to get ahead even through this unfortunate time. All right, so like we said, the Rona is out here. And many people are affected in many different ways, whether that may be a job layoff, your child's school is closing, or just even simply finding tissue, toilet paper. Whatever it is, we have all felt the impact of this coronavirus.
I mean, our ancestors have overcome slavery, Jim Crow, the Great Depression, so resiliency is in our blood. We will be able to get through this coronavirus pandemic.
Right, like she said, we will get through it. So we're gonna share with you guys a few things that that has kind of changed in our lives as it relates to our finances and some stuff that we've used to our advantage to kind of get ahead in this uncertain and unfortunate situation.
So the first thing that we implemented in our household was a non-essential spending freeze. So that means we're not spending any money on anything that is not essential.
Nothing.
So if it's not food, deodorant, lotion, baby milk, diapers, things like that, things that we need to survive, we're not buying it right now. No clothes,
Nothing.
no golfing,
Nothing
right now.
Nothing.
Just stick it to the bare necessities.
And make sure you don't do what we like to call panic shopping. Like you just all up in the store buying stuff that you don't even need. Mm-hmm. Like I was in Target the other day and I was behind this lady and she had literally 16 bottles of hand sanitizer in her cart. In my opinion, that's ridiculous. Just try to be rational and as level-headed as possible, because if not, you'll end up spending way more money than you should have, just all because you're in a panic mode.
What we do in our household right now is still go grocery shopping and spend the budget that we have already in place for food. We normally go shopping for 1 week at a time, but now we're doing 2 weeks to limit our exposure to coronavirus by going out multiple times and exposing ourselves to people that may be shopping as well.
Yeah, and then bringing it back to our kids.
Yeah, so we did bump it up to 2 weeks, but still we're not going out there buying things that we don't need. We're still buying things that we normally buy on a weekly basis, even before this pandemic. We're just getting 2 weeks at a time. And we even added a little bit to our budget because our 4-year-old will be home with us during this time since his school is closed. So we did account for that in the budget as well.
So this should be one of the easiest times to save money because, for one, the stores are not open. So there should be no reason for you going out to the mall, buying clothes, buying shoes or whatever, because everything is either closed or limited hours. The main thing is just staying offline and shopping. Stay off Amazon. You're probably buying something you don't need anyway. And I said that because times are uncertain right now. We don't know how long this whole thing is going to last, how long it's going to drag out. So this is the perfect time to start hoarding cash, because this virus, this pandemic, this national and global emergency, it has the potential to bankrupt and take out people and businesses, especially small businesses and entrepreneurs. So, our heart goes out to those people who provide services and stuff like that, because their businesses have been impacted dramatically.
And this is one of the reasons why we're so grateful that we were able to pay off all of our debt, because we don't have the added stress of trying to figure out if we were going to have enough money to pay our car note,
right,
or pay our student loans, our credit card bills.
Yeah,
so
anything.
Those are other things that we can wipe off our list of things to worry about.
We just pay our living expenses and save everything else until this whole thing boils over.
Yeah, this is an important reason that we encourage others all the time to pay off their debt, because when emergencies happen, you can't just stop paying Sally Mae.
Yeah.
Sally Mae gonna be like, we ain't shut down.
Right, because I know the government has they're proposing some things about either paying off debts and stopping interest payments, but you best believe once this whole thing boils over, it's gonna kick right back up. It's just an added stress, even in, like you said, uncertain times, not knowing whether or not you're gonna keep your job or they're gonna call you back or whatever. It's just getting rid of that unnecessary stress during times like this.
When this pandemic is over, get back on the train of paying off that debt so that if something like this ever happens again, you can be in the same boat where you won't have any payments to worry about.
Right. And I think, our pastor at church, he said something, I think last year or year before last or something else, that today proves to be prophetic. And he said, this is a season to sow and save. And, because we took heed of that instructions, it's like we've set ourselves up in a great position. Let this be a lesson learned that next time something else that happens like this, that you'll be prepared for it, and you won't have that added stress of having to still make this payment, that payment, and that payment. It's like, hey, if my job says you taking 2 weeks off without pay, you'll be okay.
So the second financial impact of this coronavirus crisis is that I'll have to work from home. And as a result of this, we won't have to pay for gas or tolls that I would normally need to get back and forth to work.
And like for me, by me being a first responder and in law enforcement, I still have to go to work. But I have a squad car that I don't have to pay for gas or anything like that. So, and we actually spend about $380 a month between gas and tolls. So with her not going to work and me to have to pay for gas, we're going to be able to save, even if not all of that, a great portion of that money. So that's extra money in our budget as a result of this whole pandemic, this whole crisis causing her to work from home.
So instead of taking that $380 and going and buying $380 worth of tissue,
Right.
or shopping on Amazon for stuff that we don't need, we're just on there because we're bored, we plan on putting it in the bank.
Saving that money. The next thing that changed for us financially in this the coronavirus pandemic and crisis is that our boys, their daycare, their school closed. And, it's not all bad, actually. It's actually a blessing in disguise because by them having to stay home, the daycare in turn is not going to charge us tuition. So we have a 4-year-old and a 5-month-old in daycare, and those payments are pretty significant. So now we'll be able to take those payments for at least 2 weeks, and put those payments directly into savings. So it's actually going to basically put money in our pocket by them closing and not charging us. The next thing that changed for us financially was that we live here in Illinois, and our governor put out an order to close all gyms and fitness centers. So now, since we don't have access to a gym, either you can get those fees waived or you can either get them prorated, some sort. I know for us, we spend about $60 a month for both of our gym memberships. So that's extra money added into your budget. So that's more money that you can start saving that you normally didn't have because you were paying for a service. So lastly, we just want to leave you guys with this. Don't panic. And also just encourage you that, you can and you will get through this. Even if your financial situation is worse than, impacted worse than ours was or anything like something like that, we're believers and we believe that all things work together for the good. So, just keep your head up, spend some time with your family, play some games, whatever you got to do, and stay safe. Okay, y'all. So thanks for watching this video. I hope y'all enjoyed it. I hope y'all enjoyed us sharing a little bit into our lives of how the Rona has affected us and has impacted our lives and our financial situation. So make sure you go ahead and give this video a thumbs up. And if you haven't done so already, make sure you subscribe. All right. Thanks for hanging out with us. See y'all next week. Peace.